Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix 2018. So, I'm going to keep going with Thaumcraft, try to get a golem. So, we've got Clockwork Mines is the next step. So, we've already got what we need for that. So, we'll hit complete. And we've crafted a magically powered Clockwork Mine. Put to some use, draw up some designs, and craft some golem. So I need a theory in artifice and a theory in golemancy. Okay, so we're going to have to do some actual research now. Let's see here. Material studies, wood. Let's see here. Great wood is probably well suited to golemancy. Okay, well that makes sense. So we need to get this Clockwork Mine, so we have to make a theory in artifice and a theory in golemancy. So I guess back to the theory table to see what we can come up with. So let's see, we're going to create a theory. Alright, spiritual focus. We gain 15 oromancy. Alright, sure, that sounds good. Experimentation, 15 to 30 progress at a random place. 15 oromancy, but we only have one category unless we'll get other things. I want to try this, experimentation. Ah, I see. So we got Arcane Infusion, oromancy, and fundamentals. Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. I could rethink, or I could do experimentation. Let's do that again. Alright, so up to 40 in oromancy. Let's see, if I concentrate, I get 15 alchemy and a bonus draw. That is what I want. Understand the nature of it work. Gain 20 oromancy. Yep, definitely gonna want to do that. Experimental infusion or celestial studies. I'm gonna have to watch the night sky and start looking at these things. Okay, I'm gonna have to have a file of Essentia. Okay. Let's see here. Victus with yellow nitor. Okay. Well, I would like to make progress in that. So I want to make yellow nitor and I want to get this file of Essentia. So how do we get files of Essentia? It's going to be in alchemy. I'm pretty sure of that. Let's see. Metallurgy, purification. Essentia tubes. Basic. Here we go. Files. We can make glass files. Well, let's look at that Essentia smelting. Alright. Normal furnace. Yeah. Okay. I need the Arcane Olympics. I need 2 of those. I need some Arcane Olympics. I remember we used like 5 of these last time. So we're going to need more brass plates. Essentia filter, great wood planks. I am not sure I have any great wood at all. But I know there's a great wood tree, so if I don't have any great wood here, I guess I'll go chop down that tree. Yeah, I'm not seeing any, so I'm gonna go get some great wood, and I will be back when I have that. If you have not seen a great wood tree before from Thaumcraft, this is what they look like. They're a big convoluted mess, and if they have cobwebs up in them, you will find a treasure chest and a monster spawner, usually a cave spider spawner, under them. Now, the axe does not work so well on this. You can see we're just going to get a 3x3 pattern here, and that's pretty much what we're going to get from that. But, well, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'll get a little bit more, but it won't work too well for chopping this down. So there's an axe called the Axe of the Stream, and that does a better job of chopping down things like greatwood trees and other kinds of trees that have weird growth patterns. You can see it works a little bit. Oh, okay. Wow, that worked a lot. Okay, so I don't know how the pattern works, but when it works, wow, it really does well. Alright, so we also need to get silverwood planks, so there is a magical forest nearby. I think these trees do grow rarely outside of magical forest biomes now, but since I happen to be near one, I'll just go ahead and, cut this one down anyway. Alright, so I think I've gathered everything I need to get a couple of these Arcane Olympics. So we need some great wood planks, brass plates, buckets, Essentia filters, which are just gold and silverwood planks, and some V crystals. So let's start with those. We're going to need a V crystal. We're going to need 2 things of gold with silverwood plank. That will give us 2 of these. And I think for what I want to do, I'm going to need a couple of them. Alright. Then we need to get great wood planks, the Essentia filters, a V crystal, and the bucket. Alright, we need 50 V for this. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 2 alembics, and there we go. So we now have 2 alembics to go on top of our Essentia smeltery. So let's see here. Let's just put this here, I suppose. Alright, so it said it would be better if it had Elementum, but things would break down faster. I remember it being quite a big difference between using Elementum and not using Elementum. So need to throw coal in a crucible with fire, Perdicio, and Potentia. Well, coal has Ignis and Potentia, so I need to find something with Perdicio. In fact, I probably have a bunch of that already. So let's see here. What has Perdicio? Cobblestone has plenty of it. Need 5 of it. These are getting complicated. Alright, let's see how many Perdicios I have in here. Alright, so I can use a piece of coal, these 5 V crystals, and another piece of coal as the activator. And that should actually be a balanced recipe. So, let's clear out the crucible. Use my buckets, so, okay. Not there. There. Alright. So, I need to toss in the coal, toss in the V crystal, toss in the coal. There we go. We get Elementum. So, put Elementum in here and we can break down things and get them in the Alembics. So, I think it wanted Victus. Yeah, we need Victus times 10. So to get Victus, it's going to be, I guess, meat stuff. Let's see here. Carrots have it. All right, let's use carrots. Got plenty of carrots and no real use for them. All right. We'll put 5 carrots in there to start out and see what happens. I don't know how many you can connect to this thing. Let's see here. I'm not even really sure what we're getting out of this. Really need those Thaumcraft goggles, which I don't have. So we're going to need to make the piping thing and those goggles, but let's get the files and see if we can just take something. There we go, a Victus file. I wonder if we lost the census because we couldn't go anywhere. That's probably the case. Oh, we got no. Here's census, and here's another Victus. So let's see here. We put 5 carrots in there. Would have been 25 of each, which was poor math on my part. Put a carrot in there and see what happens. Well, that might be right. 30 all around for 6 carrots. Or 7, and we lose some. Yeah, these things are probably still have stuff in them, and I can't do anything about that just yet. That's okay, though. We have our file, so we can continue with our experimental infusion. If I had the Elementer I made also. There we go. So we continued with that. So let's see here. We can gain 15 Artifice and a bonus draw. Let's see here. If I get some clay, I can gain 20 towards Golemancy. Well, neither of that helps me that much, but I'll go with Calibrate. Let's see. If I get... Okay. Vitreous with Vitium will get us Alchemy, Universal Theory. I think we'll do that. Alright. So, I've already forgot what we're doing. I guess we need theories in something. We need a theory in Artifice and a theory in Golemancy. And we didn't really get either of those, so we kind of have to keep going. There are ways to focus, I'm told, but I don't really know how they work, so I'm going to keep going with creating a theory. So you've seen me make this machine now, so I'm going to keep going and see what I can do. So I'll be there when I get my research is complete. Alright, so I've gone through all the research needed to open up the Golemancy thing. So we should be able to do Clockwork Mines now. I've got 1 theory in Artifice and 1 theory in Golemancy. So when I complete that, we'll have all kinds of things. So we'll have Control Seals and Clockwork Mines, and I don't know what that means exactly, but alright, so after reading the Minamikun sum, it looks like we've got still quite a ways to go before we can get a golem that can do a tree farm. Which I think makes sense. It's been a while since I played Thaumcraft, so I kind of forgot that it was a little bit involved to get a a tree breaking golem. Let's keep going though. See how far we can come. It says we're gonna have to. Well, I'm not sure yet, but I think we're gonna have to get this Control Seal Block Breaker, and that requires Infusion, and that's gonna be quite a setup. So to get Infusion, we're gonna need to get a theory in Arcane Infusion. And we're going to need some materials, like a file of Essentia. So I'd actually like to build those goggles first, because the goggles will, I think, let me see inside the Olympics, which would be very handy. So let's see here. That should be an Artifice, and basic Artifice. So I need 2 Alchemical Brass ingots, 2 Thermometers, and 4 pieces of leather. So do I have any Alchemical Brass ingots right now? I am not seeing any, so if I recall correctly, we can get that from a couple pieces of iron and a couple of stone pickaxes. So let's get those. Oh, I did figure out that yes, you can simply right-click on the crucible, so that is almost certainly how I lost my bucket before, but that's okay. Alright, so there we go. Pickaxe, iron ingot, and that will have to do for that. So there are the Alchemical Brass ingots I need. I need 2 Thermometers, which require all of the crystals, and some gold and some glass panes. So I think I moved my glass panes back inside. I'm also not seeing gold or iron in here. I must have moved that back inside by accident too. Alright, let's go get some gold and some iron and take the glass panes back out there. So glass panes in the center surrounded by gold will get us a thermometer. So there we go, we get our thermometer. We can scan the thermometer. And I also need leather, which I should have gotten but didn't. So let's just bring the leather I have out there. There's not really that much leather. So I want to make a goggles of revealing. Yeah, I do not remember the recipe. Okay, leather on top like that. Okay. There we go. A goggles of revealing. And should be another thermometer in here that I'm not seeing. There we go. Yep, have to have that on my head. There we go. I can now see what's in there. And if there aren't 10, we can't get that. So there's what happened to the rest of my carrots. We should probably make some more Olympics, but, you know, we'll get there. So I believe that we can just shift right click. Aha, there was Victus in there, too. Ah, there's 9 Victus. Well, that's no good. Just have to get rid of that. Okay, so let's work on getting, what was it we needed? A file of air, I think. So what has air Essentia? Let's see here. Books do, enchanted books do, those of the traveler do. That must mean feathers. Feathers and raw chickens. We happen to have a lot of feathers and raw chickens. Well, chickens anyway. But Cork has them drop their feathers, so maybe we'll just use the feathers and leave the chickens alone. I suppose it depends on what else is in here, so 5 Volatus and 5 air. That'd be great if the Essentia broke down, you know, evenly, but it doesn't, so I guess we'll use 3 of those, and I should be able to use charcoal for these 3 feathers, and it will be slower, but I should get that in there. So yeah, okay, so I need a couple of files. There we go. Getting the air. Yeah, I think the rest that's just going to dissipate, but that's okay. That's not terrible. I've got the one file that I needed, so I will be able to progress in my Arcane Infusion. Need a feather, a piece of stone, and a theory. So let me go see if I can get a theory on Arcane Infusion, and I'll come back when I have that. Oh, by the way, I did read Minamikun, and these little dancing yellow exclamation points mean that it will consume the item. So if there are items with no exclamation point, you have to have them, but it won't use them. If you have the exclamation point, you have to have them, and it takes them away. So let's see. I do have plenty of clay, I believe. All right, I'm back from my theory crafting. I gotta say, I'm not loving that mechanic. It seems really like a big random fetch quest that you have to do over and over again. Maybe there's better ways to do this. I'm not sure yet, but I'm not loving it so far. So I don't know how far I want to go in Thaumcraft. I have to keep doing that stuff. So let's see here. We're at stage 2 of 3. I have to build a runic matrix. So if I build one of those, I need arcane stone bricks, any kind of nitor, and a bunch of crystals with 150 V. So let's see here. Well, that could be a problem because I don't have that much V around. I've got a bunch of flux in this chunk because I've, you know, released stuff. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But, let's see if I can build one of those runic matrices. So I need arcane stone brick, which you'd think they'd give me the recipe for. Alright, let's try JEI. Alright, Arcane Stone looks like any kind of stone around any kind of V crystal. Alright, well that seems pretty easy then. So let's see here. So we've got the most Terra and Air crystals, so we'll use some of those. And we'll just surround. Alright, we'll just get that many for now. And we get 4 stone bricks from the 4 stone bricks, which kind of makes sense. Let's see, blue. Okay, I need to get niter. We're how close we are. I wonder if we could get enough discounts if we wore all of the stuff. So, wearing the goggles reveal, you get a 5% V discount. We can get more discounts by wearing the other materials. So let's see if I can make those real quick and see where we're at after that. So if I want to do that, I need to go back into, alright, it's in here. Alright, Shannon Fabric is any kind of wool, string, and some V. So those won't be hard to get. Just need, what is it? 8 plus 7 is 15, plus 4 more is 19. Yeah, actually that works out, because it should be 24 if we get the full set. Alright, so need some string, and I need some wool, and let's go ahead and shear the sheep. So, let's see here. It was... Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will get me the boots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7, 8. That should get me what I need for the robes. Alright, it's recharging, but I don't have enough. Okay, so I only need 92 V to get this. So, with a full set of Thermometers gear, would we be able to build that runic matrix? So let's see here. That's in Arcane Infusion. If I forgot to show you, you'll also be able to see what's in your crucible with these goggles. So there we go. We had a little bit of extra Ignis, a little bit extra Potentia. And you see that we had 2 of them, we only get 1 in our V crystal. We lose half of that. Alright, so now with the Arcane Stone Bricks and the Nitor, we should be able to get, okay, we need 130 V to get there. Wow, I think that might, like, just completely tap us out, but we might be able to do it. So, in the meantime, while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and scan our Thermometer stuff. The book up in the corner, you can see that the darker purple stuff, that is the flux for the area that we're in, and that takes away from the V total we could have in this chunk. So when that's you know, high, and I can't read that number, I can't tell if it's 42, 48, it's 40 something, but we'll see. I thought we could do 130, so, but it might have been 120 something, so, well, I could always move the table over here temporarily, but that's a little bit hackish. Come on, give me one more V. Just one more. There we go. Alright, so now we can go back to the Minamikun, back to the Arcane Infusion tab, and mark this step complete. Alright, need the runic matrix, arcane pedestals. Place in the structure. You can begin to craft. Altar is crafted with the Salus Mundus. Yep. Arcane stone slab, arcane stone. We'll get us a pedestal, and we need 2, 4, 6. We need 8. I think we could get. I think we could do more than 8. But we'll start with 8. I just want the center too. We need 9. So I don't think that's changed too much from Thaumcraft 4. So let's try for 9. So I need 9 of those. Now the question becomes, can we convert these back? Yes, we can. Okay. So now I won't worry about having too many of those. Alright, there's 6 of those. Alright, I need 8V per. Alright, so there's that. There's my matrix. So how do we set this up? So we need 8 arcane stone, arcane pedestal, and a runic matrix. Okay, that's what I thought. Alright, I wish we had a room for this. But I kind of want to try it. Let's see what happens. Got some cobblestone. So, turn on my chunk borders. I would rather leave this particular chunk. So, I've got this, and the runic matrix. And somewhere I have a pickaxe. Alright, so it looks like you build it like this, and then we need to put pedestals around, and then I need Salus Mundus, so I need a bowl, I need flint, I need redstone, I need any 3 crystals, so 1, 2, oh, so no, order is the next, okay, alright, there we go, some Salus Mundus. So, let's see what happens when I toss this on the runic matrix. There we go, an infusion pedestal. So, if I go into here, we are done, and go back to Golemancy, we can now start researching the control block breaker. We've got a theory and Perdicio, so we can hit complete on this. Okay, tell me on a mining tool, that makes sense. Instability is negligible, I like that. Need a golden pickaxe, axe, and shovel of any durability. Interesting. Then a blank seal with Perdicio, Instrumentum, and Humanus. Okay, well, I think it's wrapping up time for this episode. Next episode, we'll see if I can get those materials, and we'll do our first infusion. So, until then, thanks for watching. See you next time.